Aloha Fancy Fish! Welcome to day 3 of Camp NaNoWriMo 2016 July edition. So I just filmed the last video about 2 hours ago, maybe an hour ago, and I am not going to have time to film a video later today, so I'm doing it now. My current word count for the day is just over 500 words, almost 600, which isn't nearly good enough for what I want to achieve this month. I'm currently struggling with a bit of a mental block on this novel, and I think the main thing I want to do right now is go back and make the romance more realistic, but you know, there are certain points in the novel where the romance has to be developed too, and you know, I just feel like so far the characters aren't there, and they need to be there by this point in the book in order for the book to work at all. In other words, I am really struggling with going back and editing. I'm staying strong so far, but I know it's a dangerous road, and a very slippery one at that, and I'm liable to crash into the ditch and freeze to death in the middle of winter. What I'm currently trying to do is push through this. I am trying to keep writing as though the relationship is at the point it needs to be at this part in the book. And I know I can make the relationship a little more believable with a little more work in the very beginning of this book. So that's kind of what I'm trying to keep in mind. Sure, this does take more work, and I'm going to have to edit it because you have to edit everything right if you want, for it to be decent. But I really am struggling with keeping the whole thing in check that I need to, finish this novel and then go back and edit. I'm normally really good at this. I normally have no trouble with just carrying on and not really caring, but after all of the massive rewrites I had to do for my last novel, I'm a little bit weary. It was a lot of work, and I feel like if maybe I had edited a bit sooner on that novel, I would have been in a better position. The key difference here, though, is that I do know where this novel is going, and I know what the story is, and the relationship isn't as bad as I'm making it out to be. I'm a bit melodramatic, and I am overly dramatic, and it's one of the things I'm trying to tone down on in my writing itself. But I panic about stuff like this. Honestly, the relationship's not in that bad of shape. Like I said earlier, all I need is 1 or 2 more scenes in order to further establish their relationship. And maybe when I go back and read it, it'll be fine. Maybe I'm just overthinking this like I overthink everything. I guess that's what I want to talk about today, is overthinking. As writing takes place largely in your mind, more so than it does on paper or anywhere else, it's natural to overthink some things. In fact, I'd say it's a good thing to overthink your book and what you're doing with it. Because if you're not overthinking it, then you could be missing out on stuff. Of course, there are times when you have to stop that overthinking and just move on and just say, acknowledge that this is flawed and that there are things I can do to make this better. But for now, it is what it is, and I can put my efforts towards something more worthwhile. Not that editing isn't worthwhile, but at this point in the game, you could edit something and then have to take it out completely. I suppose, in a sense, writing is editing, and I'm not just talking about good writing being editing. I'm talking about even the first draft, it's all editing. You're editing a blank page, and, I'm going to try to look at it that way, and the blank page needs more work done to it than the words I've already written. All of the things I haven't done yet are more important and have more sway on everything than what has already been. The good news is I'm really excited for this book. I'm really excited in the direction it's going. I'm excited by the characters. I'm excited to dive into the actual romantic aspects of this now, instead of the establishing these characters. Now I can flesh them out in the world that they're in. I can put them in situations that are uncomfortable and raw and real and, make something beautiful. I'm at a critical point in my book. I'm about a third of the way through, and it's exciting. I just need to keep that excitement in focus in order to better write. If I can maintain this level of anticipation, then maybe I can get this done. Maybe. The day's not over. It's only 5 o'clock. I still have the evening have a few hours there where I can reach that 2,000 word mark. It's going to be difficult, and I'm going to want to do other things, but I'm hitting it. I am not negotiating this. Today, I am reaching my goal. I hope you're reaching yours too. That was very cathartic. I think I needed this. I think now that I have those thoughts out in a tangible form, I can move on and continue. So thank you for being my counselor and my friend. And I mean that. Thank you to everyone. All right, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Take care. Hasta la pasta. How was your... I did not just shoot you. Guns are bad. Goodbye.